And then inside this last door is going to be my office, the Nasty Bomb Toy Showroom.
Froggy flips.
So here we have a beautiful vintage G1 Transformers Jetfire, complete, mint in box. Box shows a little wear, as you can see. Flap definitely has some life left in it. And the best part is, other than the fact that it looks like it's never been removed from the styrofoam, the decals are still unapplied. A very, very amazing vintage piece. So yes, it's a beautiful vintage toy that deserves to be seen. But the real reason I showed it to you is because recently I was fortunate enough to be able to buy it from a viewer named Scott. Really cool guy. He brought it down to my antique booth. We chatted for a little bit, made a quick and easy deal. But while we were talking, Scott turned me on to a local online auction that had a bunch of cool vintage toys. Now, I love in-person auctions. They don't happen as much as they used to. It's been a long time since I've been to one. But the online high bid type auctions with local pickup, I generally try to steer away from them. Not that they're bad, there's just a couple negatives that tend to outweigh the positives for me in a lot of situations. One, there's generally very little description, and the pictures don't always tell the whole story, which could be a good or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. And two, the fact that the bidding is usually open for 7 to 10 days means that you and the people you're competing with have 7 to 10 days to talk yourself into what could be very bad decisions. However, I couldn't help but take a look at the catalog, and there was some really amazing stuff on there. One thing in particular kind of blew my mind. Now, when it comes to collectible hunting, 2 words that I think are very overused are the words rare and grail. I'm certainly guilty of it as well. Recently, I've tried to do better. But there was one item in this catalog that I think both of those words could probably describe. So I went against my better judgment. I ended up bidding on 16 items, 14 of which I won. Now, it was not cheap. My winning bids ended up totaling, I think, just under $2,500, and that's before the buyer's premium, so tack on a little bit to that even. So I'm definitely nervous. Like I said, very little description, very few pictures. The big piece in particular has a lot of small parts. If it's complete, I think we're golden. If it's not, I might have to chalk this one up to a loss. So I want to take you along to pick this stuff up, bring it all back here and take a look at it. Hopefully the risk pays off, but through the magic of video, we will find out very shortly. But first, before we do that, I do want to show you something I'm very excited about. So if you could just do me the favor of closing your eyes and counting to 3. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to Nasty Bomb Studio, or at least what will become Nasty Bomb Studio. What is Nasty Bomb Studio, you might ask? It's kind of a concept that we've been working on for a long time off and on, just an off-site place to pretty much house everything we do professionally or creatively, just to kind of separate that home and work life a little bit. A couple weeks ago, I really sat down to try to find a space that would just fit all of our needs. This space just happened to be the first thing that popped up, and size-wise, timing-wise, location-wise, it was absolutely perfect. I think it was probably less than 48 hours from finding the listing to signing a lease and being given a key. Does that sound about right, Sarah?
Yeah.
So it's something that we're really excited about. It's a chaotic mess right now. I'd say we probably have a little less than a week until we're entirely moved in and everything is up and running. But I wanted to kind of give you a tour before things were all cleaned up. So please excuse the mess, but let's quickly do a walkthrough. Right here, right as you walk in, I have a bunch of higher end inventory. All this stuff I have major plans for. Got a bunch of really nice Star Wars stuff in here. A lot of stuff I've never even shown on video yet. A bunch of Motu, a bunch of carded stuff. Also, as you walk in, you see the Sarah space has this cool little window. I think it probably used to be like a reception area or something. But we'll walk around this way. There's a Neo Geo. As you walk into this space, I guess you would call this probably a conference room, but we're actually making this a room for the kids. A place for Elliot to do his homework. They can watch some TV, do art projects. Olive is over here watching her tablet right now. Hi, Olive.
I'm playing Roblox.
Olive, say hi.
Hi. I'm playing Roblox.
Roblox. So there's Elliot's gaming chair, PS4 with a little TV. Still have a lot more to do in this room as far as decorating and bringing stuff over for them, but it's a nice big space so they can just kind of be a part of everything. As you walk out here, this space, I believe the landlord said it was built to display a company's award that they had won. They won one award, so they built this space just to display it. That should be fun to put something there, I think. If you walk down this hallway and turn left, that takes you back into Sarah's office. She's a little embarrassed right now because there's stuff everywhere, but it's a work in progress. She actually has more up and running than I do. How's it going, Sarah?
Good.
What are you working on?
I'm thinking of turning Olive's artwork into a cup.
Oh, that's so cute.
She made a little frog.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Sarah does lots of art projects and crafts and merch and stuff like that. Does a lot of commission projects. Does a lot of stuff for me, like these cool little coffee cups here that are going to go in my booth. She's a big fan of Lord of the Rings.
And Jimmy Carter.
And of course Jimmy Carter.
And Brent Steiner.
Yeah, what else you got? Oh yeah, there's your Brent Steiner autograph that you got signed at Comic-Con last year.
And there's my gift from our anonymous friend.
What's that?
My
Oh, yeah, right there. That's from 1985 Inc. What a sweetheart he is.
He is.
So yeah, cool
So
little
he's
build.
right up there with Jimmy Carter and Brent Steiner.
Well, easy.
I know.
Easy.
Oh, and my
he's
Ono
okay.
Zombies copies.
Oh yeah, this was a zombie movie that Sarah's brother made 30 years ago, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe 25 at this point.
I
Yeah,
look
probably
like
25.
I look like a pack rat.
Well, it's a work in progress.
I'm really not a pack rat though. I'm
No,
not
this
afraid
is-
to throw anything. Oh, to show them my awesome cup that it's gonna be like 30 pounds.
The 3D gnome cup. You're not a pack rat, you just have
A lot.
25 projects going on at once usually.
Yeah, I just do a lot of stuff.
But now you have the space to do it
Yes.
without tripping over stuff at home.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Like I'm not gonna fall over.
And it
dog.
will look better in here next week.
Oh my gosh.
Because there's still more stuff coming in, like workbenches.
I
And,
can't find my plug for my press, for my cup press.
hey, it's in here somewhere. I'll help you find it soon, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye, Sarah.
Bye.
Love you. Enjoy your space.
Love you. See you later.
Eh.
Later.
Down this hallway here, these doors aren't ours. The person next door, a really cool guy, doesn't have a doorknob or a key either. These are just kind of locked off. I think at one point someone rented out both spaces, so this was the only way to really separate things, but we're all good there. Over on this side, we have a nice little break area, snacks and a refrigerator, microwave, drinks, stuff like that. Needs to be organized a little bit more. Got this nice little cleaning supply closet. Got a mop and a broom and stuff in there. Probably need to get some shelving. Inside this door, this is going to be pretty much my storage office, kind of runoff office, excess inventory and stuff like that. Right now, pretty much every box that we open to build furniture and fixtures and stuff like that is just being drug in here, and then I will break everything down at once for recycling. No super big plans for this room. It's pretty basic. Nice big size though, but put up some shelves in here. Like I said, put excess inventory and merchandising supplies and stuff like that. Definitely nice to have this. Coming back out this way, at the very end of the hallway, there is a little bathroom. The shower's probably not a necessity, but there is a shower, so I guess that could make late night work sessions a little more comfortable. And then inside this last door is going to be my office. It's what I'm calling the Nasty Bomb Toy Showroom. And just like everything else, it is a mess right now, but I'm gonna show you anyway because we need a place to start. Nice big room. I've brought a lot of fixtures in so far. So basically my vision for this room is to have all of my cool and higher end convention inventory packaged, priced, displayed on a regular basis. This will be the room that I can get everything packed up for any given convention, get it loaded onto a trailer and go. It's basically gonna be like a mini collectible store. And since everything will be set up year round and constantly changing and growing and evolving, it's a place that I can bring like trusted collectors, do one-on-one deals, make trades, that sort of thing. Just a little spot to add some legitimacy, not to mention a way to know exactly what I have at any given time. And as a guy that makes videos, it's a fun way to have everything displayed so I can show the audience exactly what I'm working with rather than just having everything packed away in tubs in my garage. So as you can see, it's kind of chaos right now, but there's a few things I'm practicing with. I bought a bunch of this grid wall. I bought six 6-foot pieces, and this stuff is completely portable. Right now, it's all bolted into the side, but I'm gonna get wing nuts so I can just take this apart on the fly, lay it all flat, put it in the trailer, and it's ready to move. All 6 pieces of that. I got these really awesome shelving units. I do have 2 more of these to set up as well, but these again are completely portable. You pull off the top shelf, move it over to the side, one motion, and it goes completely flat. Absolutely perfect for my situation. Over here, I've already started packaging up some of my vintage Motu figures. These are all complete figures with comics. I kind of wanted to see what they would look like on the grid wall, and I think it looks amazing. This is only a small portion of the Motu that I actually have. But some really great stuff in here, like the Scareglow, King Randor. I'm really happy with how this is looking. These glass display cases from IKEA, obviously these are not portable. These will just be fixtures in here, but I'm basically treating this whole thing as a traveling toy collection, kind of how I'm looking at it. And I mean, every high-end toy collection needs these Detolf cabinets. Got my cool Wampa skin rug. I was pricing some comics earlier, that's what's going on there. Got my cool Atom Bomb display, that's one half of the Nasty Bomb inspiration. I'm gonna do mostly bright lights in here, but of course I had to add a little pop of color. I kind of saw this window as a liability, so I wanted to change it into something more interesting and usable. I made this cool little backdrop for when I do videos out here. Just a bunch of horror posters with some cool lighting. You know how I like it. But this should all be done in less than a week, and then if all this stuff I said didn't make sense, I think it'll make sense then. But I wanted to show you a bit of the chaos before I show you how awesome it's actually gonna be. So I've spent enough time here, it's time to go pick up these auction winnings. We'll head back to the garage and see if I made a horrible mistake or if I'm gonna do okay. Hello. Yeah, is this all this right here?
Yep.
Right on.
Yeah, and I think we checked them off there as we were pulling them. So
Okay.
this should be good. Have at least 2, possibly 3 more auctions from this same collection.
Of this stuff, okay. When's the next one gonna start, do you know?
We're gonna have it start setting it up next week. So
Okay.
probably by the end of the week.
Cool. 7. Same caliber of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll be right back for that part. And so here's all the carded stuff. The part that's left is what I'm most nervous about and most excited about. Can't wait to get home and check it all out.
It's cool.
Yeah, it is. Can't wait to get this all set up. All right, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy. Here, I'll get that. I'll shut it for
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Careful. All right, so we are back here in the garage. I've had a chance to examine everything. I will say it'll probably be a while before I jump back into the whole online auction thing. It's just too much of a risk, too much stress. However, I do think I got lucky this time. I think the price paid was reasonable and workable for what I was able to walk away with. So real quick, let's take a look at everything. We'll start with the vintage TMNT figures. Ended up picking up 7 vintage TMNT figures mint on card. Most of these value-wise should fall in like the $80 to $150 range. Luckily, the card and bubble condition on pretty much all of these are pretty top-notch, so I'm feeling pretty good about them. We have the 1990 Napoleon Bonafrog. This one is even unpunched. Then we have the 1989 Leatherhead, Swamp Stompin' Raging Cajun Gator. This one is not unpunched, but the card is still very nice on it. Bubble looks very good. The back is nice and crease-free as well. Then we have the 1988 Genghis Frog, also not unpunched, but everything else looks nice on it. This one is a 14 back, as you can see there. We have the 1990 April O'Neil. Unfortunately, this isn't one of the earlier versions. You definitely want to look out for the ones that don't have the orange on the suit. Still very nice, nice card, nice bubble. We have the 1990 Ray Fillet, the fist fighting fish. This one is unpunched, so that's always good to see. Nice card, nice bubble. I'm happy with it. The 1991 Super Shredder. This one was tied in with the Secret of the Ooze movie. Again, love to see that it's unpunched. Nice bubble, nice card. And then we have the figure that actually has the least amount of age. This is from 1994. This is the Universal Studios Creature from the Black Lagoon Leonardo. This is actually a really good figure. A lot of the later figures had shorter runs, so that adds to the scarcity. This guy loose can actually sell for a couple $100. Sealed in nice packaging like this, it can actually have a value of closer to $300 to $400, maybe more in some cases. So this was definitely the best TMNT figure to be able to land out of the whole lot. Got this little 1984 Secret Wars Airborne Parachutes Captain America figure. The bubble definitely has some yellowing. The card's not in fantastic condition. This is a piece that doesn't show up very often. There's actually a couple on eBay right now, I think listed close to $300. The bubbles are nicer on those. I don't think it would ever sell for that much. I mean, I could be wrong. I think think mint on card you could maybe get 80 to 100 from the right person. Then I was able to scoop up 5 sealed Dino Riders figures. Some of them are 2 packs. 2 of them are the Commando figures with the accessories. There's a very strong Dino Riders collector's base. And from my experience, it can be pretty difficult to find this stuff actually sealed. I think most of these could probably be valued somewhere in the $100 to $150 range, which is obviously very good. However, this one right here, this 2-pack of Squirm and Serena, this seems like a pretty desirable set right here. These 2 loose figures can actually fetch over $100, so I think sealed like this, the value might be closer to 200 plus. Regardless, I'm excited to have so many sealed examples of such a cool line. And then last we have what was definitely the biggest cost, the biggest risk, the biggest gamble, but potentially the biggest payoff. We have the Dino Riders Brontosaurus playset. This thing is absolutely enormous. I think it's around 3 feet long from head to tail. This is widely considered the holy grail for Dino Riders collectibles. Very rarely does a complete one show up, and it's even more rare to find one with the original box. I was so nervous to inventory this thing, but I was shocked to find out every single piece is there. All of these little bombs, all of the figures, the instruction manual, the hooks, even the armor trees for the figures are unpunched and unused. The only downside is the rubber strap that attaches this belt to the other side of the belt has dry rotted over time, but it's still there. The fact that it's complete really made this buy worth it. This is one of those play sets that every single missing piece can cost a fortune to replace. Like even the instruction manual can cost around 50 bucks. Little bombs can be 50 bucks a piece. The chute can be close to 100. Each of these 3 action figures can be 50 plus a piece. I saw a box recently in this condition sell for over $350. So depending on what you're missing, it can quickly become a piece where you just need to cut your losses. Luckily, we did okay here. Now value-wise, they come up so rarely in this condition, this complete with a box, that it's really hard to find comparables. But after all the research I did, I would feel comfortable pricing this at $2,500 plus. Obviously, it takes that hardcore Dino Riders collector, but they are out there. And hopefully making this a centerpiece of a convention booth, the right person will eventually stumble upon it. So definitely a slightly different type of video today. Hopefully you enjoyed a little behind the scenes look. But that is all I got for you this time. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching the video. But until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Love ya. Bye.